السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله حمدا حمدا شكرا شكرا حمدا شكرا لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله الكريم. Those who are following our series, mashallah, thank you. May Allah Azza wa Jal guide you and make you to worship Him in the best way, because this Ramadan that we are doing, it is something. Once you do something very good, it will be something multiplied, etc., etc. So, brothers and sisters, today I prepared a very beautiful lesson about our month Ramadan. Do not waste it. So the topic is do not waste your Ramadan, because as we know, this Ramadan is something very, very great a person can grasp from. It is more beneficial. The rewards that you get there are more beneficial than other months. This is the best month that from the calendars of Islam. So a person who does an act of worship in the right way, in a good way, the best way, just know that the marks that you're going to grasp there is a lot. So I'm encouraging you, I'm urging you to worship Allah with a pondament. You should ponder your heart. You should give your heart to Allah Azza wa Jal. Worship Him in the right way. Do not put your interpolations there. Do not put your concoctions there. Do not put your fabrications there, because those are something not needed in our deen. They're outside our deen. Our deen is complete. No innovations, no bringing new things. Everything is cool. Nothing. We need nothing. So brothers and sisters, the topic is do not waste your Ramadan. When I talk of this, we know our Ramadan, it's a month of fasting. People change the meaning of Ramadan, subhanahu wa ta'ala. People change the meaning of Ramadan. Ramadan is the month of fasting. We abstain from eating, we abstain from drinking, we abstain from urges, we abstain from any act that will nullify our fasting. This is the month mainly we're supposed to stay much out of food. We don't need to eat a lot of food, but we have changed the month of fasting into a month of feasting. Siftar, get food a lot, they eat in Jama'ah together, they feast, they change the meaning of Ramadan. That is totally wrong. Why? That is why when we are celebrating our Eid becomes meaningless. Because Eid is the month where we're supposed to feast, we're supposed to enjoy, eat, because we have been fasting. You see the meaning? We're not supposed to eat a lot during this Ramadan. Eat little. It's not about compensating for my lunch, my break, for my supper that I've missed. No. Eat little. Watch your stomach needs for survival. You don't need to eat a lot to feast. It changes the meaning of Ramadan. Ramadan is a month where you're supposed to abstain from foods, too much of it. Eat less of it. The other food that is for feasting will be in Eid. It will make a meaning of Eid complete. When you eat too much right now, when Eid comes, it looks normal. You don't feel it's enjoyable. So you see how it changes the meaning of Eid. So brothers and sisters, one, people change the meaning of fasting. It's not fasting, people change it to feasting. Secondly, people change the meaning, the month of this Ramadan. Instead of getting closer to Allah Azza wa Jal, people tend to get closer to their friends. They play games, they watch movies together, talk together with friends, just together, group, what. Instead of getting closer to Allah Azza wa Jal, the creator, the nourisher, the sustainer, the provider, the curer, the one in whose hand lies absolute control over each and everything. People tend to instead get closer to friends, which is not something good. You're supposed to get closer to Allah Azza wa Jal. Brothers and sisters, it's Allah that we are worshipping. This month we should give time such that it is He that we should connect our soul to. We should connect our soul to Allah Azza wa Jal. We have sinned and sinned and sinned a lot of sins, however filthy sin you might have sinned. Just know that this is the month we're supposed to try to make ties with Allah Azza wa Jal. You're supposed to come to Allah Azza wa Jal and tell Allah, I have done this, and Wallahi, I want to be your friend. I want to be someone closer to you. Please make me among those who you love so much. Make me among those who are going to be in Jannatul Firdaus al-A'la. Make me to be among the purest of the hearts. Wash the darts from my heart away. Make my heart, make my soul clean. Cleanse my soul, Ya Allah Azza wa Jal. That is what you're supposed to be doing this Ramadan. Not getting closer to friends, getting new friends, chilling with friends. That changes the meaning of Ramadan. You're supposed to come back and make sure you tubu with Allah, turn back to Allah and try to make friendship with Allah, make love with Allah, give time for Him this Ramadan. Go in the mosque, recite your Quran. Go in the mosque, make your dhikr. Go in the mosque, do your ibadah, whatever it may, do it. It will mean something a lot for you. May not see it, but just know this month is a very great month, a beautiful month, a prosperous month, a victorious month. If you do it carefully, wallahi billah, you will see how great you have grasped from this month. People change the meaning of this Ramadan. Instead of going to the mosque, going to the masjids, going to the masjid and praying, making i'tikaf. Instead of going to the mosques, people go to restaurants and internet cafes. Go to restaurants and feast. You go to restaurants, feast, eat this and this, get friends, what, you make it so great. You go to internet cafes, you spend your time on net, spend your time on phone. Allah Akbar. This is a victim that catches almost everyone. People spend much of their time in internet this Ramadan instead of doing their things physical. When you want to communicate to Allah Azza wa Jal, when you want to show your love to Allah Azza wa Jal, you should use your tongue, use your body, use your physiology. This is someone trying to always be in phone, internet, watching movie, doing this, WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, etc., etc. Always online. And this is not Ramadan. You are changing the meaning of Ramadan. You're supposed to be in mosques. Go and pray. Make your dhikr. Fast when you are really doing the right thing. Don't just be in internet. Don't just be enjoying at restaurants when you have not done enough dhikr. You have not recited enough Quran. That changes the meaning at all. Instead of going to masjids, people tend to go to restaurants a lot, and people tend to go to internet cafes, or they just log in internet. Too much of it. And they spend much time in internet instead of spending much time in the mosques, in holy areas, such that they worship Allah Azza wa Jalla in the right way. Guys, brothers, turn back to Allah. That is not right. Turn back to Allah is not right. I'm telling you. This is the month where we are supposed to recite the Quran. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن. This is the month whereby this holy Quran was revealed. Subhanallah. This Quran that you see has got no interpolation. The Quran that you see has got no fabrication. The Quran that you see has not got any concoction. The Quran that you see, it's the Quran that was, and the Quran that has been, and the Quran that will be, and the Quran that is already existing. No change. No change. This is the month whereby this holy Quran was revealed. So brothers and sisters, why not turn back? Why not recite the whole Quran? Do you know the reward that you will get when you recite the Quran? Subhanallah. Do you know the reward? The Prophet said in one of his hadith that wallahi, if people realize, we're going to see it here. But brothers and sisters, turn back to Allah. Instead of reciting Quran, Allah, people tend to go close to their phones, spend much time, word to word, they want to talk. Read the Quran. Read the Quran. The reward you will see it later. You will see it later. This is the month whereby the worst people, this is the month whereby the worst sinners, this is the month whereby the worst criminals get their chances of repenting, get their chances of coming close to Allah. It is a month whereby I get my own chance, a month whereby you get your own chance, and a month whereby all the wrongdoers get their chances, such that they go and tell Allah their problems and Allah forgives them and they are guided in the right path. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Allahu Akbar. Try to turn a new page with Allah Azza wa Jal. Turn a new chapter this Ramadan. Make sure you turn a new chapter, turn a new leaf. when this Ramadan, each day is passing by, you should make sure you clean something away from your soul. Make sure that by the when this Ramadan is done, you are someone else. You are not what you were. You are someone. That shows that you have really grasped something this Ramadan. You have not been praying. Make sure that you are steadfast in your prayers. You have not been good in fasting. Make sure you are steadfast in your fasting. You have not been reciting the Quran. Make sure that you are steadfast in reciting the whole Quran. Go and you are told. Listen to recitations from the Quran. Don't just go in Facebook, Twitter, etc. No. Use it in the right way. Listen to Quran recitations. Go to Quran apps and read translations. What dhikrs, read them. This is a month whereby you will benefit from just by even seeing, by even hearing. See how it is. The small rewards that you are supposed to get them in the right way, use it in the wrong way, which is very bad. Brothers, turn back to Allah. Allah forgives. Allah forgives. Allahu Ghafurur Rahim. He is the most forgiving, the oft forgiving. Just know that whatever you have done, put it aside. Just tell Allah, Astaghfirullah, forgive me. And from now on, someone else, I'm telling you later. Tell him that. And make sure what you have told is what you're supposed to do in action. Brothers and sisters, you have to know something. This is the month whereby you should correct or you should make right what you have made wrong. Did a mistake, it was wrong. Make it right this Ramadan. Make it right. I want you to know that this month is a month of deposit. Wallah, it's a month of abundance. A month of deposit. When I talk of deposit, it's a month. Allah has said, I have closed the doors of the hell. The doors of Jannah are open. You grasp or you get anything, any kind of reward, however much it is. The gates are open. Do whatever it is to get enough. People, instead of doing that, they're spending their time in phone. Instead of doing that, spending their time in kitchen cooking. Instead of doing that, people spend time with their friends. Yet the doors of Jannah are open. Subhanallah. The doors of Jannah are open. Here you're spending time in your phone. You're spending time with your friends. You're spending time in just, luxurious life, etc. Just, this materialistic world. You're spending your time in it. Instead of trying to make sure that you get enough from that open door. I don't know why people don't want to understand this in a simplest perspective. I want you to understand something in this perspective now. For example, the bank have launched, or the bank has advertised that, hey, you Malish, Sheikh Malish, let me say not me, just someone, Sheikh, oh you boy, Abdul Rashid, yeah Abdul Rashid, the bank is open and we have given for you 2 hours. Go and collect any amount of money you want. Subhanallah. Do you think that Abdul Rashid will spend time in chatting, talking with friends, Twitter, Facebooking? No. They will make sure that they collect enough money. Why? When it comes to money, people tend to leave any other thing. Their brain focus at 100%. Subhanallah. The brain focus at 100% that this is money, I'm collecting money, don't talk to me, this, no. They leave every act, they focus on money. Why is it when it comes to money, we focus like that? But when it comes to the door of Jannah, yet it is open, we're tending to leave it like that, and we're doing something awkward. Brothers, it's a beautiful month. Turn to Him, turn to Allah, please, turn to Him. Brothers, it will be a means of salvation and hope for you. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, listen to this verse. This hadith. If the people know, or if the people knew the blessing of this Ramadan, they will wish the whole year was the month of Ramadan. SubhanAllah. He said, had you known the benefit that this Ramadan gives you, you will wish all the year was made Ramadan. It is something that you will not realize how important it is. But I want you to just know it is something very important. We should have ihsan. When we talk of ihsan, وَأَن تَعْبُدَ اللَّهَ كَأَنَّكَ تَرَاهُ فَإِن لَمْ تَكُنْ تَرَاهُ فَإِنَّهُ يَرَاكَ. Believe that. You have to know this Ramadan is something very, very important in our life. Ramadan is not just a word that you speak. It's among the 5 pillars of Islam. We have it. بني الإسلام على خمسة أركان في دين صوم وصلاة وزكاة حج والشهادتين. Ramadan is part of the pillars of Islam. Shahada, Salah. When we talk of these 5 pillars, I want you to understand something properly. When Nabina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam sent Mu'adh bin Jabal حين بعثه إلى اليمن إنك ستأتي قوما أهل الكتاب فإنهم أطاعوا لك بذلك فأخبرهم أن الله قد فرض عليهم 5 صلوات في كل يوم وليلة. الله أكبر إلى آخر الحديث. When Nabina Muhammad sent Mu'adh bin Jabal, one of the great Sahabas of Nabina Muhammad in narration, he sent him to Yemen to go and spread these 5 pillars, which are very, very crucial. I'm urging you, Ramadan is not just something like that. It's a pillar. It's a pillar. Don't look it just, it's a farad. Make sure you fast. No condition should stop you there unless it's crucial. Brothers and sisters, fast. I'm urging you, whatever it is going on, don't let Shaitan deceive you. Don't let Shaitan deceive you. Shaitan is jailed, but his darts in the hearts of people have not just left. It is still in the hearts of people. That's why we call it a month of cleansing. We're cleaning our soul. We're cleaning the dirt. So don't expect that the dirt can't evaporate when time comes. So I'm urging you to stay steadfast. This Ramadan, I want you to understand, every single night that passes by, Allah saves people from hellfire. So please, make sure that you do whatever it is you are among them. You and I, everyone else there listening to this and not listening to this, every Muslim out there, Wallahi billah, you have to understand that Allah is trying to make all possible ways of entering us in Jannah. It's only high time when you realize it. Do the right thing. Pray, give zakah, pray your tarawih. People neglect these sunnah acts, yet they are something very, very crucial. So please, brothers and sisters, I hope I've given some important information. So with that, please, I would like to stop here and make sure you do the right thing as I've said. Make the meaning of Ramadan complete. Do not forget to subscribe. Please, share and like. Assalamu alaikum.